Today, other interesting political news, you have Vivek calling Nikki Haley's dig at Trump, quote-unquote, Soviet style. Now, this comes to us thanks to Vivek's ex-Twitter profile, and he specifically says, quote, Nikki Haley just took a dig at Trump, claiming this isn't a Soviet-style election where there's only one candidate and he gets 99% of the vote, yet she failed to condemn the sham Soviet-style lawfare against Trump that she and her donors are exploiting as her only path. Going to expose a hypocrisy at tomorrow's event in South Carolina. And that got 1.4 million views and 34,000 likes, which is quite a few to say the least. Now, one of the first comments comes from Paul Zazupa. It says, quote, Nikki Haley, quote, crying to obfuscate how she's unfaithful. If she'll cheat on her husband, she'll cheat on your country. Guarantee, unquote. And I got 828 likes. Again, I can't think of anything more. Yeah, it's pretty morally vacuous to cheat on your husband or cheat on your wife. So I'm actually surprised, especially with elections. There's a fascinating focus that American public has on when it comes to election spouses and their family, and how many people will critique how they use them as political pawns, and then if they don't use them at all, people get suspicious, like what's going on with Tim Scott? Why didn't you ever see him with a girlfriend? And it's a fascination that people have had for years, and I think that fascination has led to the amplification of using their families as political campaign tools and highlighting those family relationships. So I'm actually surprised more politicians have called out the fact that Nikki Haley has been unfaithful. Because again, for a lot of people, especially if they're conservative, they're faith-based, they're going to see that as a big red flag. Now, maybe they'll cancel each other out, because again, you also have the allegations that Trump did as well. And Trump has also been divorced. So maybe in that case, it'll even it out, and it won't be a significant contributing factor to Nikki Haley's remaining futile campaign. Because again, she's polling around 16%. Trump's in the 70% in terms of the polling for the Republican nominee. He's winning delegates left and right. I mean, there's no statistical way she could win, but she keeps running, and she is raising more and more capital, which begs the question, why is she running? Now, we do have our favorite contrarian. Well, we don't really like him, but I do appreciate different points of view, and I always tell people the more data, the better. So I try to always get a couple comments from the left and the right, politically speaking, and hopefully a couple in the middle, kind of make the conversation a little more interesting. And of course, I'd love to hear what you have to say always, and I do apologize if it might take a day or two sometimes for me to respond to them due to my work schedule, but I do appreciate it, and I do always try to do my best to get them to them in a timely manner. Now, that being said, Mr. Luke Zaleski says, quote, you sound like you're sitting on his lap Wow, geez, Louise. Okay, let me attempt to reread that. You sound like you're sitting on his lap texting this, unquote, getting 222 likes. Which, again, I didn't like that, but 222 people did agree with that statement, which is contrarian of the original one from Vivek. Let's see here. Sassafras84 says, quote, I don't know how she doesn't hang her head in shame. He's schooling her on everything, yet her head is so full of herself. And there's some, horrifying picture of Nikki Haley merged with Hillary Clinton, and it says Nikki Clinton 2024, proud to be an established Democrat endorsed. That did get 1,000 likes. Pismo says, quote, it's over, Nikki Haley, don't embarrass yourself anymore. And he responded, or he did a little retweet of himself, saying, quote, President Trump just received endorsements from 15 current and former South Carolina sheriffs. And it says it's over. That did get 1.7 thousand likes. Pismo also said Nikki is the Hillary Clinton of Liz Cheney. And they have some very scary pictures of those amalgamated together. Let's see here. The conservative alternate says, quote, a wise man once said Nikki is corrupt. And it is actually the perfect instance that, again, Vivek is brilliant in terms of knowing what's going to get viral, which is why he held up that little notepad so perfectly so that you could actually change it into a meme. And there's a little clip here of him calling Nikki Haley corrupt in one of the debates that he'd get 276 likes. Red Wave Press also says Nikki Haley needs to drop out. Our attention should be on Biden, not a quote-unquote battle between Haley and Trump. Trump is the nominee. Follow if you agree. I got 579 likes. Nice Guy says, quote, Donald Trump is the one being attacked in a Soviet-style election. Nikki's biggest donors are the same people trying to put Trump in jail and drain his assets. People supporting Trump are attacked, jailed, debanked, and censored. Nikki is the Soviet. I'm quoting 105 likes, which yeah, it is fascinating and quite concerning that mainly people that are all being politically persecuted in the past couple of years are all Trump supporters. I've yet to see the federal government go after someone who's be politically aligned to the left with so much vigor and visceral. And we've seen this time and time again where people just are let off the hook, not even prosecuted, for committing the same and similar crimes. Let's see here. You also have Daniels simply saying never Nikki, Trump 2024 getting 143 likes. Let's see. John Travolta, this can't be the real one. John J. Trotta, can't pronounce it right, it's Trotta, says name a worse politician than Nikki Haley. Hint, you can't, getting 58 likes, which, oh, I could certainly name politicians worse than Nikki Haley. I'm not saying she's exceptional by any means, but, I mean, there are a lot of people who are worse than her. I mean, it's a low bar. There's a lot of bad politicians out there as well, but still. Let's see here. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, I don't think she has a snowball's chance in Texas. Well, I shouldn't say that because it does sometimes snow at least once or twice a year. So maybe I'll use the old adage, there's not a snowball's chance in hell of Nikki Haley actually getting the nominee, but she continues to run, continues to raise campaign funds. So it'll be interesting to see, I mean, how many people really follow and are interested in supporting her? Or are those people who just would support Biden, they're just doing it to, again, drag resources away from Trump? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Again, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment, thumbs up, the thumbs down is a great way to give me some additional feedback so I can learn how to make the show better and better. Also, sharing with a friend, great way to assist as well. And specifically, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.